Hi, Francina.
We're waiting on Montoya to log in.
Is he there in the building?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you ladies get holidays yesterday? Must be
Yes, it was
nice.
nice.
We sure did.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Michael.
How are you? Let me shut this door. I think I was on the January 17th meeting by myself. Jesus was going to be here on Monday by himself.
well, I was here in town, but not here.
Yeah. Well, my apologies. I'll go ahead and start this meeting. I'll call this meeting to order at 2:04 p.m. Roll call, please.
Francina Martinez,
Here,
I'm sorry?
Dinah Minus,
Here.
Mr. Alan Franken,
Here.
that's roll call. We do have a quorum.
Councilman Montoya, present. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One
one
nation,
nation under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty
liberty
and
and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. It's kind of difficult to do it on virtual, staying all together in one voice. But next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I'll stand for a motion.
I move to
Make a
approve.
motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second the motion.
First, Ms. Dana Manis, and second by Mr. Franken. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those against, say nay. Motion passes. Approval of the minutes of December the 13th, 2021. Everybody have time to review the minutes? They're real short.
They're well done. Also, I move to approve as presented.
Okay, Mr. Franken, who seconds that, please?
I'll second
I
it.
will second it.
Francine? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All? None opposed? Motion passes. Minutes of December 13, 21 have been approved. Next item on the agenda is a public input. Do we have any, Mr. Vaquera?
Nothing at this time, sir.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is discussion items. A, Resolution 22-01, budget adjustments for the year of 2021-2022 fiscal year. Mr. Vaqueras.
Resolution 2201. It includes $1,725,700 for the senior center. $33,078 for the rec center, $24,000 for the airport, and $4,000 for Santa in the park. The $1,725,000 for the senior center consists of 4 contracts that we got from the Department of Aging, and $315,000 is to upgrade the HVAC system. Another $50,000 is for kitchen repairs, and $225,000 for vehicles. And the last one is $1,135,700 for the parking lot.
Point of clarification, Mr. Vaqueras, this item went before council already?
Yes, it was
Okay.
presented to council last Wednesday.
Yes, because we weren't able to have a meeting before then, right?
Yes,
Or you hadn't had it ready before we had our meeting. Yes, one or the other. But anyway, it has been approved by mayor and council. So it's more of a formality of notification from our finance director. Was there any questions?
Were these new monies that came into the city or something that was already existing in the budget?
no, it's new monies. The majority came from the Department of Aging for the senior center.
If I may, is this a 1 year or 2 year?
I think it's a 3-year.
3 year?
Yes. They have 3 years to spend that money.
And that covers Pecos and San Miguel area, El Valle area.
I think this is all for the Las Vegas site. The parking lot and the vehicles, their hot shot trucks for the meals.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Baqueta, do we normally receive and disperse money for the other like Valle or Pecos?
Yes, yes, we're
Or
all
we act as
under,
agent?
it's all the fiscal agent. Well, Vegas is the fiscal agent for Pecos and San Miguel County.
Right. I see. Okay, okay.
Is this just an allocation, Mr. Baquera? And do you have to request for a reimbursement after you have expended the funds?
Yes, after we expend the funds, we'll ask for reimbursement.
Santa in the Park was for the gifts for the children during Christmas season or holiday season. I call it Christmas. And the airport, that was incoming from a grant for,
No, we rented a hangar out there.
yeah, oh, okay,
So that's for the rent.
the rent of the hangar.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the city is trying to move in that direction to build more hangars, to rent out more so it can get a better revenue from them. And also increase tourism at the same time. And due to that fact, we are also acquiring a grant from the Economic Development State of New Mexico for the water line that we need to install from Airport Road all the way to the airport itself.
It's been needed for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's I think it's gonna be like a $2.4 million project, but or something like that. I can't remember, but I know that the New Mexico Tourism and the New Mexico Economic Development is trying to help us out with a portion of that funding. So we'll see where that goes.
Do you want any action on that, Mr. Chairman, or just
Um,
cows out of the barn, but
Yeah, I think we'll just leave it as an informational purposes, only since it's already been gone through, approved by mayor and council. Is there any other comments or questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move on to item number B, letter B. That's your December finance report, Mr. Vaqueras.
my letter B is resolution 2205.
Okay. Let me see then.
Anybody else has a 2205 on
yeah,
there?
that's what I show for B.
Okay,
I have the wrong agenda.
you got an old agenda.
I have the old agenda.
This resolution is gonna get approved by the board or goes up for approval to the board this Wednesday.
Go ahead, Mr. Vaqueras.
And this includes 101,000 a bar to the general fund. It includes 26,675 to the streets funds, 216. And it includes 23,463 to the airport taxiway and a $6,000 bar to the senior center. The general fund, the 101,000, 75,000 of that is for a new director. They're splitting up the public works and the enterprise. Before it all belonged to Maria Gilberry, and now they want a new director in the public works, giving Maria more leeway to concentrate on her enterprise stuff. And then the other 20,000 was a raise that the city manager got. And 10,000 of that was a raise that the city clerk got. So I'm doing the bar to accommodate all of that.
Thank you, Mr. Vaqueras. Questions?
Were these monies from the general fund? I mean, where did these monies come from? Revenue and expense increase. Just-
We're looking at salary savings vacancies to make up this difference.
For all of these funds or
Or just for the general fund?
just for the general fund for the
Yeah.
salary increases, salary?
All the
splitting
other
up-
funds, that's gonna be an increase to revenue also.
Does the council approve the new director or has that already been approved by the council?
The position has.
The new di- the new-
uh,
Mr. Vaqueras, if I may, mayor and council decided to try out putting the streets department under the utilities department with Maria, and we did that a while back, like 6 months ago. And on a tryout basis, and because we thought maybe because they have more equipment, more personnel, and it'd be a lot easier and a lot better to run streets, and so forth. But mayor and council at this time decided to go ahead and move away from that and let Maria just concentrate a lot more on the water issues, because there is a lot of projects coming on the water issues. And she did help us out with a lot of the street projects and her staff. But we decided to just go ahead and see if we can get a director in streets department and bring it back to its original. And I think that we just need a little bit more help in that area. So hopefully it's a good move. And we had the funds available through savings on vacancies. And we also, at the same time this last week, approved the organizational chart. So that position was included in there as well as the position of deputy manager. So Mr. Maestas will be having an assistant sort of to assist running the office of manager for right now. The other position that we had different is the fire marshals, the fire departments. We had added another inspector to that department. Whether these positions are filled or not, they're available and the funding is available to it.
You mentioned pay increases for a couple of staff members, Mr. Vaquera.
Yes. The city manager and the city clerk. 20 and 10.
And again, that was the decision of mayor and council. The city manager, when we hired him on board, we agreed to a certain salary that he would come in at, and it was a low salary. On a trial out basis to see how he or she would work with us and see if they're going to stay with us for the long haul and see if we like the direction the city was going and those kind of factors. So that's where that came from. We adjusted the salaries accordingly. There might be some more down the road, and, I don't know, it all depends on the responsibilities and so forth. But as you all know, right now, we're still advertising for an economic development director and also a grant writer, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's a lot of opportunity now that we're missing out on. So, but yeah, the money's coming in and we're doing good things. doing a lot of good projects, and we're moving the city forward. And people need to be appreciated. And if we want them to stick with us, we got to pay them what they're worth. So
How long has the city manager worked for the city?
I'd say he's been around 6 months.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, maybe since Bill Taylor left. Yes.
Does this 101,000 include benefits?
What
Yes,
was it? Oh,
but it's only half a year.
And it's not retro, correct?
No,
and then the other increase that we'll be doing is the 62 cents per hour per employee.
that was approved by council for the ASME unions. I think they have another resolution also in tomorrow's meeting for the 62 cents for all non-union employees.
Mhm.
Let's start January 1st, Mr. Baqueta.
I think it starts now as soon as it gets approved by council.
I think so. Yeah. Any other questions?
There is a 10-cent an hour deal that we're gonna go retro back to, I think it was August. The city manager, we used to get 13-cent longevity pay. The city manager changed that from 13 cents to 3 cents. And now the union and the city manager had some discussion, and we're gonna give them the 10 cents retro back to August. So they'll be made whole.
The city manager wanted to decrease?
He did decrease it,
From the employees?
yeah, from 13 to 3.
Was that Mr. Taylor back then?
No, this was our new city manager.
Current? Okay.
That was all due to also negotiations, and that's how come
Yeah.
they're getting the 62 cents versus the 13 cents. So eventually, hopefully, we'll get rid of the 13 or the 3 cents for,
For longevity,
yes. And just make it a higher raise
compensation.
section, yes.
We gotta pay our employees to be out there every day too. That's important.
Yes.
Just brings up staff morale, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then also the minimum wage, I believe, went up now, Mr. Vaqueras,
Yes.
this year.
We're at 11.50. We'll be at 12 next year. And now that's through 23.
And we're still having difficulties filling in positions. Right now, we do need positions in different departments. And we're really hurting for drivers over at the Senior Citizens Center.
You stole one of mine.
Well, that's good. I hope they stay with us.
She's a good gal. She's gonna work part-time for us. They better
Nice.
stop and work full-time for the city. So
Good. He'll retire early.
there we go.
Any other pay raises?
Pardon me?
Any other pay raises?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Oh, we're still negotiating with the fire union and with the FOP police. Those discussions are taking a little longer, but we're hoping to get them all negotiated down, hopefully next month. So we're trying to get everything off the table so that we can start our new negotiations already next month.
And with all this, with all due respect, we're trying to obtain people that care about their jobs, that want to come and work for the city of Las Vegas. We want to feel like we're a municipality of professionals, but at the same time, if we want good leadership, if we want good employees, they got to have good salaries. I mean,
Absolutely.
and that's what we're trying to work towards. Little by little, hopefully we will get there. Any other questions on Resolution 2205? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I move to approve, Mr. Montoya.
Thank you, Mr. Franken. Who seconds that motion, or is there a second?
I'll second it.
Do you have any questions or doubts, or do you have any comments?
No, sir.
Oh, thank you. First and second, entertain, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against?
Aye.
Francine?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes. Next item is letter number C, December finance report.
Finance report is for December of 2021. We're right at the 50% mark. Revenues were at 53. Expenditures were at 42%, and we got a surplus of 716,454 in the general fund. In the enterprise fund, we've got revenues at 43%, expenditures at 35%, a surplus of 950,047. The rec center, we're at 31% revenue, at 23% expenditures, and a surplus of 118,183. Lodgers tax, we've got 62% revenues, 34% expenditures, a surplus of 123,418. We've got November's lodgers tax and October's lodgers tax, just for comparison purposes.
It's good that lodgers are up. I mean, it's kind of surprising to me, actually. It's good.
Well, the numbers are going up too on coronavirus. So,
Yeah.
People aren't staying home, and people are traveling, and people are going out. So I don't think that lodgers tax has ever hurt through this corona period at all.
No.
Doesn't seem like it.
As a matter of fact, last year it was higher than ever. So at least for 4 months. But yeah, we just got to focus on how we're going to spend that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so far we're doing a pretty good job of it, I think. And we do have Friday Fresco coming up, and that has been approved, I guess, from lodgers tax, and that will come before mayor and council also. But yeah, there's activities that will be coming up that they will be hitting lodgers tax for. Questions on the budget? Well, just a couple of notes on my own. Our city manager identified, 60 business owners that are behind on their license renewals. And the city of Las Vegas went out and sent out letters to them, notifying them and letting them know that they need to bring it up to date. So that list will be cut down monthly. It'll be cutting down short till we have everybody on board and everybody up to date. That's the best way to do business. There's a lot of very smart things that are going on with our city manager. He's checking all contracts. He's going through all requests for any money being spent, and I can be a witness to that. In his office today,
Does he have to sign off on every requisition?
I observed some of the requests that were going before him. It goes. I don't know if he does every one, but he does.
It's anything over $5,000.
Yeah. So or anything that has changes to it, he'll have to look at it and so forth. So it's not only particularly the amount, but how the actions happened and so forth. So he is a very smart man. He's questioning a lot of the spending that's going on, and a lot of what emergencies that come up and so forth. He's making sure that we're utilizing our contracts the way we should and so forth. So that's a lot of cost savings that's happening through the city, and it's a entirely different direction that I think this city's taking in being more accountable. If you guys didn't see the optic or hadn't had a chance to, there is an article there about the block grant that we just finished receiving, and that's in the amount of $352,000 to start up that project on Railroad Avenue and Lincoln, where street sidewalks improvements and renovation and trees and landscaping and all that kind of stuff is going to happen. It's over a $2 million project by the time the end of the project is completed. We also received I think it was 4 different murals to be put in town, and one in each district or in each ward. $10,000 each mural or something like that, 14,000. So organizations and the city are moving this city forward. We're doing good things, and if people haven't noticed, I say look again, because we are making improvements. The old Alto Supper Club up on top of the hill, I can show you pictures of how bad condition it was in, where we had squatters living in there, and the property owner was having issues, and he couldn't take care of the property, and he decided the best thing was to turn it over to the city. So we acquired it, and we're at the present time cleaning it up, and it takes a lot of dollars to do that. So I guess eventually mayor and council will decide what we do with it, but more than likely we'll probably put it out in the market and sell it for whatever value it's worth. And a lot of these properties, what's going on is that the property owners are even having a hard time on paying their taxes on those properties. So they're backlogged so far back that they can't catch up. So there's a lot of things that happen on those cases. There's deaths, or people just abandon them, or people buy them for investments and then they can't fix them. So there's all kinds of issues, and there's legal issues. So, we're trying to make wise decisions and clean up this city and move forward. You will hear rumors that we're just going out there and raiding people and properties, and we're doing this and doing that, and that's not true. We have got to abide by the law, and we do things according to our ordinances, and we get advice from our attorney and so forth. So But we are moving the city forward. I think that we have a lot of challenges before us yet. The rec center, we have kids playing in there, and there's 400 kids playing basketball, and these COVID numbers are still not, to my satisfactory, and they're higher than ever, and more deaths are happening each day. So, we'll see what kind of plans we have for it in the near future. But we move forward, and I'm glad, Mr. Vaqueras, that on all these accounts you're able to say surplus.
Yes.
A lot of times, agencies or municipalities can't say they're on the surplus side, but on the plus side. So I'm happy with those numbers. I know we keep track on them, and money is coming in, and we're using our money wisely. There's property there on Moreno and South Pacific, that was cleaned up also. And other properties, the owners themselves are cleaning them up. There's one there on 10th Street that the property owner, they decided to clean it up. I mean, it was a burnt house. There's different areas of a town that there's a lot of property, that there's properties that are abandoned or boarded up now because we've asked them to board them up. So that is all just part of the process. Any questions on the budget here?
Continuing on the budget report, there was a couple of extra reports. If you look at your budget report for Fund 217, the first 6 entries were budgets that we added to Tyler because that's what the legislature gave us for this fiscal year. And the one I want to point out is the second one, which is the 40,000 for a maintenance vehicle. And the reason I'm picking that one is you will find a purchase order for a dump truck that also has that 40,000 in it. And this is back to Miss Dinah Minus wanting to know or wanting me to show going from revenue to PO to check to actually paying for this. So at this point in time, we have not received this dump truck yet, but as soon as we receive it, we will pay it off of this PO, and that will close this PO.
Point of order there, Ms. Dinah. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Bruce.
The detailed report with activity and encumbrances.
Yes,
So you're calling that fund, that one, the special legislative appropriations, correct?
yes.
And this goes back to August. And from this report here, these are the purchase orders that you've made. This Kina LLC. Are those purchase orders?
Their encumbrances,
I mean encumbrances, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Overhead door, Gaylord Brothers,
Yeah,
Tacoma
This
sales.
is the whole Fund 217.
That's your legislative appropriation fund.
Yes.
So is this where you had that resolution that you just talked about?
No, this
Yeah.
resolution came across the
one we
Finance
just-
Committee back in August.
Okay. But the one you showed today, you have a bar. You have a bar for a legislative appropriation. Is that where you are going to, is that's going to go into this same fund here?
Yes, for all the senior center.
Right, the senior center.
Yes.
And you're saying the truck for 40,000, I see the PO, okay,
Mhm.
is 40. The whole amount of the purchase order is 253
That's the total cost of the truck.
per, okay. But now I'm looking at the GL account numbers. You have 216 and then, you have the 216 twice. Who is 216 twice?
216 is the streets fund.
Streets fund?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And
this
so the
dump
only,
truck
and the
is for the
217
streets
is the special, is
appropriations.
your capital.
Yes.
And that 40,000, is it on this list here? The encumbrance, is that 40,000 in this encumbrance? So I don't see it. I don't think, well, it says, the date of the purchase order says November the 29th. So it should reflect on here and I don't see it. Correct?
Let me take a closer look.
This is the description. So is the description actually the vendor? Or is that just the description of the purchase order?
That's just the description of the purchase order because, well, actually the description should be the same.
Because CES should appear on this detailed report, being that it ends on 12/3. Was it just no, I just one page. Maybe it's on the second page. It says 1 of 8, but I don't see the second and third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, correct? Did you just send the first page?
I got 8.
You do have 8 pages?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Did everybody else get 8 pages?
On the PO?
No,
Hold
on the
Here's the-
detail report.
Okay, so here's your City of Las Vegas, your budget report. Okay, there it is. I see 40,000 here. 217, does it tie? This says it's a LV maintenance vehicle for 40,000.
Yeah. Because that's all we got from the legislature.
But the date says,
What page are you in?
I don't know, this is another one. This says budget report and it says 1 of 6.
Okay, so you're looking at the budget report.
This one does say, there was an
That's the
adjustment here for
expenditure, it's under-
90,000. That was for the Riverwalk improvement.
Yeah, the 40,000 is under account 8111. That's the expenditure account for the 40,000.
But this other vehicle, this maintenance vehicle, it does have 217, a bunch of zeros, 430-5333. I don't think that's the same expenditure, correct?
No, that's the revenue account. So the 5333 is your revenue and your 8111 is your
Or
expenditure.
expenditure. Well, on
And
page
if you go-
3, there's your expenditure, if you're looking for that, but it's got a date of October 8th. It's on page 3 of 6. But yet your purchase order says November the 29th. So I don't know if this is the same transaction.
Your encumbrance is on page 7 of the detail report.
And it says page 1, but what happened to the rest? I don't see a page 8 or a page 1 of 8. I don't see that. All I have, did everybody else get that? I don't see.
I know what you're talking about. Dinah, there's a budget adjustment number BA 0001-667. That's what she's asking you about, Jesus. And it's a legislature appropriation for 40,000.
Yeah,
10-8. That's what she's asking you.
okay. That budget adjustment, that was to create the 40,000 in budget in Tyler. We needed a revenue account, which is the 5333, and we needed an expenditure account, which is the 8111.
Correct.
And that'll put you 40,000 in the budget. And then if you look at your detailed report with encumbrances on page 7, you'll see that on 11/29, a PO was cut for 40 grand for that truck.
On 7, but how can that be if this purchase order is dated November the 29th?
Because the budget got approved on 10/8. So it took them almost 2 months to get a PO approved. But I think that was due to the fact that we couldn't find a vendor that could meet our specs on the dump truck and the plow.
I don't see that I got any other than the 1 of 8, but maybe the
1
next-
of 8.
That all I got was page 1. But anyhow, you did send. It looks like if you did send this PO for this dump truck for 253,000, and then you also was the requisition for it.
I see the detailed report on page 7 where it is there on Dinah. Did you get that second report? It's right after that first report, the summary. The fund summary. There is a PO for posted on the 29th. The same PO number.
It was on the 29th?
Yeah.
On this 1 of 8?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. On page
Okay.
7.
Maybe I ran out of paper, I
30,000.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's on page 7 of 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you sent like the purchase order for that Buckner truck sales.
Yes, ma'am.
You sent one. Then you sent another one, another purchase order for Jeffries Gallegos
Oh, that was,
for 18,000.
no, but that does not go with that 40 grand. That was a PO that got included in the scanning.
So were you just wanting to show me the purchase of the truck and that was it? Is that what it
That
was?
was showing you us getting the money, us getting a PO going, getting it encumbered. Now we gotta wait for the truck to get here. We actually pay for it, and once the check cashes, I'll send you a copy of the canceled check. And I'll send you a picture of the dump truck when it gets here.
Do you oversee the accounts payable department? Is that under
Yes.
you? It is? How many checks per month do you cut?
Roughly about 300.
About 300?
Yeah. We do a check run every month. I mean, every week.
Every week.
Every week.
Because there's a report, and I keep saying, I want to sit with you, I'd like to make an appointment with you just to see if you can create a report where on a monthly basis, there should be in your software where you can print out the 300 checks. I mean, it's not checks, it's going just to say what your expenditure was. It won't show you detailed as far as looking at the purchase order, who signed it. All it's going to say is check number, the date, the vendor, the description, and the amount.
Dollar amount.
And it comes out to a report of maybe 98 pages at the most, and that includes probably your payrolls and so forth. And in that report, that's where you can see like all the expenditures instead of just, having just one doing this. This is tedious, to me. Okay.
Ms.
So
Dana,
I just wanted to highlight.
point of order,
one
Mr.
specific-
Vaqueras. Point of order. Ms. Maynes, are you saying that you want all of us to get a 98-page report every month?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. You would just have, and then you would just go through them. And well, to me, it sounds like it's not a big deal because I know that's what I provide for my finance committee. So maybe I'd like to invite you to come and sit on one of my meetings so,
Maybe you should give us part of your budget,
so you can get a look at.
cover the
Hey.
expense.
But I know you're a busy man, but I would love for you to come and sit on one
Yeah.
when
Okay.
if you weren't busy.
Go ahead and meet with Mr. Vaqueras.
Okay.
And I'll let our city manager know to arrange that time.
Okay,
Because I have no authority over that.
Sure.
He works under the direction of the city manager. That way, you can get in tune with him and see if we can come up with that document that you're talking about. And, and then we'll go forward with that.
thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Out of curiosity, Ms. Maynes, how long are your meetings?
Well, the two people that sat on my committee, there you have us out of there by this time. We were out of there. We start at 3:30, 20 to 4 maybe. We were out of there by 5. It was, in and out. To me, it was because, and we cover quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? I even have our charter school that comes and sits with us. I have a Head Start program that comes and sits in, but it ran really quick.
And when are your meetings?
The second Thursday. No, it's on a Tuesday. So let's say our next finance committee would be.
Well, send it to me on email.
Okay,
Yeah.
I sure will.
But,
It would be February the 8th. February the 8th at 3:30.
and where at?
Here at the administration building on 179 Bridge, second
Okay.
floor in our conference room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask any questions or no? Will I be able to ask any questions?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm just teasing
We'll
you.
send you a packet. We'll send you the packet beforehand.
I'm just teasing you. Okay.
We will have one. You won't have to do anything. We'll have one. We have one hard copy. We have it printed.
Okay. I'm expecting supper.
Mrs. Montoya, I don't know if you went to school with Linda
Yeah.
Montoya or
Yeah.
Linda Martinez.
Yes.
Yeah, she sits on it. Sometimes she brings us muffins and cookies.
Oh, nice.
And she
Cool.
bakes.
Okay. Anything else on here that anybody wants to take a shot at? Anybody?
We're good.
No?
It's a good report, and
I already lost all my my agenda during all this paper shuffling.
I think we're down to next scheduled meeting.
Next scheduled
Letter
meeting.
D.
Okay, letter D. Okay, first of all, on item number C, let's go ahead and have an approval for this finance report. And I'll stand for a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the finance report?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Francine Martinez,
Aye.
Dinah Minus,
Yes.
Alan Franken,
Yes. Aye.
Motion passes. Next item is item number D, next meeting scheduled for February the 14th, and that is on Valentine's Day. Let me make sure we're working, Mr. Vaqueros, and we are.
We didn't get Valentine's Day.
And it is on a Monday this year. And that would be at what time, Mr. Vaqueros?
Same time as this one, 2:00.
2:00. Okay. I want to thank Eleanor and our finance committee for keeping us in check with our finances and also for these finance reports. Is there any other item that anyone would like to discuss? None? Mr. Vaqueras, do you have anything else for us?
No, sir.
Okay, then I stand for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 We adjourn at 2:57. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Baqueta.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Vaquera. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.